this is Breonna-Maria Rodriguez with Team Brown of Fairway Independent Mortgage again, and what I want to talk to you about today is down payment assistance and how you can get down payment assistance whether you're a first-time home buyer or not, and what's some information out there that's true, not true, and maybe confusing. So one of the biggest questions I get when I am talking to somebody about down payment assistance is, well, I heard that I only need $1,000 or 1% of the purchase price in order to buy a home, and that's it. So while that is true, and it's the biggest requirement of down payment assistance programs, that you contribute $1,000 or 1% depending on the program of your own money, that a lot of times doesn't pan out to be the case because there are costs associated with a loan besides just down payment. So there's kind of two costs that are incurred by you as a borrower: down payment and closing costs. So down payment can range anywhere from 0% down for VA and USDA borrowers to 3.5%, or sometimes 5% down depending on if you're purchasing with an FHA or conventional loan. So down payment assistance programs a lot of times will cover enough to be able to contribute money to cover all of your down payment, but a lot of times you still have those closing costs to take into account. If we are able to combine two programs for you, then you might be able to get away with just contributing your $1,000 and no more, because you'll have enough to cover both down payment and closing costs. But there are different rules for different programs, and everything is very case by case. So I'm not going to get into all of the rules for all of the different programs because we'll be here all day. Now, I mentioned earlier that getting down payment assistance is possible whether you're a first-time home buyer or not. You see behind me a logo that says #1 CHFA lender. So we were actually at Fairway the #1 CHFA lender in the state last year, and we really know how to work with CHFA programs and what they do. So CHFA actually allows you to get a CHFA loan with down payment assistance on any one of the loan programs that I mentioned earlier, even if you're not a first-time home buyer, so long as you are going to be living in that home with the CHFA loan as your primary residence, you can use that down payment assistance on that property. So that's one piece of one tool that we're able to use that's really helping a lot of people who may have had a job change and have to move farther from their current home to a new home, and might not want to sell their property that they have currently. Or maybe your family's growing. You purchased a condo when you got your first place, your family's growing, and now you need a bigger place but don't want to get rid of your first home. So there's a lot of different situations that CHFA is able to help with. There's a lot of different county programs as well, that if you are buying in a particular area, you're able to use, and those, some of them are a second mortgage with no interest. Some of them are a second mortgage that starts payment in 5 years with interest, just depending. And when we sit down and talk, or have our initial conversation over the phone, we're going to see what your needs for your family are, what may best suit you, and I'm going to evaluate all those options for you and see what makes the most sense. So thank you so much again for listening and your time. Please contact me with any questions you have, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.